With your service continuing to impress, Grand Admiral Zarin has decreed that you be immediately trained on the new TIE Defender starfighter. The Defender represents the pinnacle of heavy fighter support, able to engage hostile fighters and capital ships with equal measure due to its powerful heavy lasers and ion cannons, warhead launchers, and extremely powerful shields. Though not nearly as maneuverable as the TIE Advanced, its power core is such that redirecting all power to engines will allow you to outpace even the Advanced in top speed. As usual, we will start by acclimating you to how the Defender functions by engaging several enemy fighters at once. You will also be taught how to use the new tractor beam system, which can stop enemy fighters from maneuvering. Next, you will see how the Defender is able to take on smaller starships like corvettes without support. Remember that the tractor beam will not have any effect on ships larger than fighters or light transports. After destroying the corvettes, you will jump to the next region and engage a Rebel light cruiser and its fighter wing. You will be supported by several other TIE Defenders. Once you have destroyed the enemy cruiser and its fighters, the Imperial II-class Star Destroyer Implacable will arrive to retrieve you. This will then conclude your TIE Defender training.
Welcome to your training briefing on the TIE Defender. As usual, we will run through its features and systems, whilst affording you every opportunity to practice simulated simple and complex flight operations. Thanks to the efforts of Grand Admiral Zarin and his research teams, the TIE Advanced, our premier medium fighter, has been built on to create the TIE Defender, a heavy fighter designed to engage swarms of hostile starfighters with relative impunity and also to deliver significant strikes to capital ships. The Defender features a hyperdrive, 4 medium-range heavy lasers, 2 long-range heavy ion cannons, far superior to those found on the gunboat, 2 warhead launchers that can support heavy ordnance such as rockets and bombs, a very powerful shield system, and last but certainly not least, a tractor beam system capable of preventing anything smaller than a capital ship from maneuvering. We will discuss this in due course. First, let's run down your basic systems. Unlike the gunboat, you cannot link lasers and ion cannons together. Like the Interceptor, you can configure the fire pattern of your lasers, and your speed has a notable impact on their damage output. Your shields are almost twice as powerful as those of the gunboat, allowing you to easily absorb a large amount of incoming fire, including a few shots from capital ship-grade turbo lasers, but they are relatively slow to recharge, so you may need to break off from an engagement. If you haven't already, bring your craft up to speed and begin experimenting with its flight characteristics. You will notice that the Defender, being a heavy fighter, does not handle with quite the aplomb of the Advanced, although they are much closer than you might expect. There is none of the slow response of the gunboat here. Acceleration is average, but top speed is surprising. Considering the Defender's increased amount of overall power in its systems, changes to energy distribution will have a larger effect on speed than craft you have previously flown. 4 pips in all systems will render you considerably slower than a TIE bomber. All power to engines though, and you can handily outrun a similarly configured TIE Advanced. With all systems at default settings, however, an Advanced will outpace a Defender. Additionally, remember that your lasers and ions do more damage at higher speeds. The TIE Defender's superior speed means it can readily deliver punishment superior to even a B-Wing. Let's test your weapon and shield systems. Several X-Wings have just jumped in and are moving to intercept you. Engage and destroy them. Your lasers have greater overall damage and have an effective range of up to 2.5 kilometers. Your ion cannons deal slightly less overall damage than your lasers, yet individually are twice as powerful as a single laser shot and are effective at upwards of 4-kilometer ranges, giving you the opportunity to strike and disable craft whilst they're still out of range. This also gives you significantly more firing time in a head-on pass. These bolts, however, are slow firing and slow moving, necessitating hitting your target by an increased amount. As you can see, the Defender is able to pick off these X-Wings with little effort. A group of A-Wings have now entered the simulation and are moving to intercept you. Let's discuss the new tractor beam system and how you can use it to deprive them of their ability to escape from your sights. The tractor beam holds a target in place relative to you, making aiming and destroying enemy targets much easier. The Starfighter carried version is not powerful enough to affect heavy freighters or starships, however it is effective on starfighters of any size, light transports, shuttles, and so forth. Look to the middle left edge of your cockpit, or the right side if you are using the basic HUD, and you'll see the new readout, a circular indicator with concentric blue crescents of increasing size. This is for the beam system, which has its own separate energy pool like your lasers and shields. The more blue crescents are visible, the more beam energy you have. These will deplete whilst the beam is enabled. To enable or disable the beam system, press the B button on your keyboard when you are within 3 kilometers of your target and aim it directly at it. You will then hear the tractor beam projector change its sound and see the tractor beam effect on the craft. Bear in mind that it is not required to have the craft targeted in your CMD for the tractor beam to be effective. Adjust the recharge rate of your beam system via the F8 key. This is the third adjustable system that affects your engine power. It does draw more power away from your engines than either your lasers or shields, so remember to turn it off when not in use. Note that a tractor beam does not prevent your target from firing their weapons. However, one test pilot has reported consistent success in head-on engagements with A-Wings by locking them in a tractor beam and simply letting them explode against the Defender's strong shields. This approach is not an official recommendation, but reportedly quite satisfying for pilots frustrated by prior A-Wing engagements in less capable craft. Well done. Now for a larger target. Your warhead launchers have been loaded with advanced proton torpedoes. 2 corvettes are jumping in. Destroy them both. Your tractor beam will not affect the corvettes, so instead divert all of its power to your engines, giving you more reserves and more flexibility for other systems, and also allows you to build more speed so that your Defender's weapon systems are more effective. This allows you to outshine even the Interceptor in terms of raw damage applied. TIE Defender. Let's see how effective a small group of defenders can be. A Rebel light cruiser has been detected in a nearby system. Before you proceed to the Hyperboy and make the jump, rearm at the platform of the Star Destroyer Implacable. Switch ordnance if you so desire, as you will have no options for reinforcements or resupply after jumping to the cruiser. When you reach the system, you will be joined by 5 additional TIE Defenders to engage and destroy the cruiser. Our crews will attend to your craft immediately. There it is. Although it's only a light cruiser, it can still field up to 2 full squadrons of fighters of any type. Use your wingmen wisely and defeat the cruiser by any available means.
This is 2! I've got a starship firing at me. Attacking craft dead ahead. This is 5. I've got a starship firing at me. Keep it up. Great shot. Good kill.
Woo! Enemy craft going for a missile lock.
This is 5. On the way.
This is 4. I've got a starship on me.
You better shake that bandit off your 6. This is 2! I'm having trouble over here.
One less scum to worry about.
Keep your distance. Got it. This is 3. I've got a starship firing at me. Whoa. Another bandit down.
Keep your distance. Nice.
Woo! This is 5. I'm having trouble over here.
This is 4. Got some trouble over here.
This is 5. On the way. You better take that bandit off your 6. This is 3. I'm having trouble over here.
Damn. Another bandit down. Brilliant.
You have attacked a friendly craft. Whoa! I've got the bandit down. Watch out! Watch out! This is 5, using your target for attack.
Report on primary target. Their hull is damaged.
I'm good.
target update. They have been destroyed.
Well done. The cruiser threat has been eliminated. The Star Destroyer Implacable has arrived to secure the area. You may now quit the simulation or return to the hangar for debriefing. You can also remain in the area for an additional challenge. Several TIE Advanced are on an intercept course for you with weapons hot. We know the late traitor Harkov was in possession of a quantity of TIE Advanced, so this matchup is not just an exercise in speculation. Additionally, testing your skills against Imperial craft for a change is an excellent way to further appreciate the strengths and weaknesses of the craft you yourself also fly.
This is 5, using your target for attack.
Attacking craft, dead ahead! Whoa! This is 2! I'm heavily damaged!
Oh no, we just lost 2. This is 5. I'm heavily damaged.
A TIE Defender costs the Empire 300,000 credits. This is precisely why you are being trained in the simulator first. Well done. The enemy TIE Advanced have all been eliminated. This concludes the content of this training simulation. Quit or return to the hangar when ready.
Well done. You have now grasped the basics of the TIE Defender. An overview of this tutorial has been sent to your email system, which you can view at the terminal in your personal quarters.